nails in the wall.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we can pop them up like this or move them too.
So we get to the light. Auction it.
I think we want to be like, boom, boom.
It's gonna refresh by itself.
No, they're gonna have to be spread out enough to where.
Let's just start from the beginning. Someone is bidding on.
Yeah.
Are you trying to fill the whole background?
Just to weigh it out. So we're gonna just so we can have something to where if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, spread up enough to where it cuts right, basically where his left shoulder is.
No, I'm gonna do one at a time up there. Crazy story.
It's hard to look because I have someone in the middle.
You guys done with this?
Yes, thank you.
Can we have you come to the side and we're trying to fill that depth right there?
So
Perfect.
so we just need to put 1, 2, so 2 in the middle. I need to fill that. And then if we have 1, even if it's above and then 1, I mean 1, 2, just something to fill this middle would be great.
I think I would just put.
Or 3 across.
Can we hear him?
I don't have the mics turned on
Oh,
yet.
okay. No worries then.
Start with item 1. We start talking about it.
I think I would just do 4, even if one's behind
So what we need to
Todd. I think it kind of just feels.
Got it.
502, 505. Now see, 502's on there, and it's being sold for.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Are you guys on that?
Okay, I can't hear you like we had the problem last night. Somewhere in there, Danny? Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I can get on Slack and we could do it that way if we need to talk. We're just going to do a quick test. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of very odd. and
Yeah, we
weird.
gotta get this figured out. And Matt, you say hold it right here.
Okay. So do you want us both to just kind of yammer or one at a time, or what do we need to do?
Hold on, give me 1 minute because we're not sourcing through.
Joanne, when Ashley gets here, can you have her come to see me right away? She's got to grab my phone. And then if you could have somebody grab us each a bottle of water, Todd and I. Just
One's fine.
Matt would like one too.
Thank you.
Oh, now we lost our screen. There you go. That's your job too. You're
If-
gonna have to keep hitting
Yeah,
it.
if it goes too dark, it'll take my face to turn it on, so.
Oh, I noticed that earlier because it came on again
Yeah.
because I bumped it and then
Mhm.
it said it didn't recognize because it was like.
Yeah. And it won't recognize me in a mask either, ironically.
That's good. That's good.
Wow, time is slipping away.
Looks good. Nice job. Nice and straight. My hang job would have been so off though.
Oh, bright lights. The
Why
real
did that
lights are
come
on. I think he just turned it on. Good. Here we are. You've never had to do a whole one up on the stage.
No.
You've gotten out of doing it,
I
except for
know.
doing the one little bit in the middle.
Hi, guys. Welcome. Thank you.
So, see, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah. Hey, Bill. Todd is the auctioneer.
Well, sort of, whatever it works, however it works, I feel.
Yeah.
The computer is the auctioneer tonight.
So welcome to camping.
Yeah.
You should like this, Bill. You don't have to dress up. You should like
you
it.
just like I dressed up. Hey, I won't be able to harass you because you're not even going to be in the same room as I am.
No, Bill's going to harass you tonight.
Yeah, I know. He's going to
I
be in
know.
there like,
He's going to go be making faces.
Yeah.
And
yep, sort of.
sorta.
Sort of. Yeah, it's going to be a live stream
Yeah.
where Mary and I will be kind of talking through it. And
Yeah.
people will be bidding as
Yeah.
we
So
go.
it's going to be a circus is what it's going to be, Bill. So
So just, why not just give you my credit card and you put down what you want? and it's all
I will take you up on that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good see you, Phil.
I love them.
Yeah, I know.
Do we know if the TVs and the rims are working?
Yeah, mine are on.
I don't know. I had no idea.
Oh, that's a good thought.
Mhm.
Maybe after we get that up, can you do that?
No, I'm not hearing
that?
you.
Yeah.
It's basically
But
the
let me-
Comcast. We need the
I'm
YouTube
not hearing you.
stuff.
Janet, we don't have all our auction items on here.
Carrie's
Oh, got
got
it.
the solution.
Okay, thank you.
Are the
They're
Chromecast?
plugged in, no.
They're not even on the Wi-Fi then.
Lorraine,
Can
you go up into the little conference room? This is for John David. Will you go put it on one of the tables up there
Yeah,
in the little conference room?
now,
Thank you. I'm gonna go peek in and say hi to Kate.
Oh, yeah.
This room, Janet? Got the table in here? Jennifer, you guys need a table? No, maybe not.
Not that I know of. I don't know.
They've already read the description. Yeah. Reading.
Okay, now that's not it. Okay, headphones out. Yeah, that's good. Two. Yeah. The good news is I'm getting audio from you, but I'm not hearing it from a particular spot. So, okay, can you hear me? Oh, okay, great. Okay, cool. What I'm not hearing though is I'm not hearing the audio from here, which is just weird. Okay, great. Well, that's good to know, so we can talk. Let me get off the phone. Okay.
Hey, Chris, can you hear me? Because I can't hear you now.
The audio from here. Okay, great. Well, that's good to know. So we can
Wait, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Thank you, Green Crow.
Thank you, Sound Committee. Thank you, Anderson Homes. Thank you, Wilder
I think we're just gonna
Auto.
have to be fluid.
Okay.
I think really is what
Thank you, Remax Evergreen.
Thank you, Torella.
Yes, I can hear you, but yeah.
So they figured out this whole thing where we're not seeing your
I can
video, I'm
hear you.
assuming.
Okay.
Test audio.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk to me, Mary.
Okay. We think, ready to go. Todd?
Yeah, we've experienced a couple of little technical foibles along the way, but I think we're almost close to getting this thing underway.
Yeah, I think so. And with the delay.
Yeah,
we'll
we have to
see.
wait. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we've got audio.
Thank you, Mission Control.
All right. So Mary, if you want to apologize for our technical difficulties.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life at a Boys and Girls Club. We were off to a rough start tonight with our tech, and we apologize for the delay and hope that you will bear with us and continue to stay tuned, and we will make sure that your evening goes along quickly now and that we get to the heart of the matter, which is talking about our kids and what we do. And with me tonight, it is my pleasure to have Todd Ortloff. I am the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, and this is our 32nd annual auction. And I have to say, so far, our most interesting of the about 16 that I've been at. But we are coming to you live from our new clubhouse in Port Angeles. We are under construction here. There are no bathrooms ready to go. There's no water, but we are backlit, and we have our person here that is running our production, making us look beautiful. So Todd Ortloff with KONP, he is on-air personality and also is a seasoned professional. So Todd, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can take it away and we can get this hot mess going.
This is why it's fun. This is called live broadcasting.
Okay, you do this for a living. I do not. I'm sticking to kids.
We'll make it. All right. It is a pleasure. Thanks, Mary. It's good to be here again. We were just trying to decide how many years I've been doing this.
Yes.
And I think at least 15. I think we may be two, because I came along about the time you took over as the well, you hired me, I guess. I sort of did.
Yes. I acquired you and then hired you, and I made you swear a blood oath that you would forevermore do our auctions.
Well, it's my pleasure, and the price is just right for you guys, and it remains that way. Yes. So, it goes out saying that we wish you all were here. Next year, we're going to have it'll be something else, I'm sure, because we hopefully will be able to do it like we used to do it, maybe then some as well. As Mary mentioned, we're at this almost finished clubhouse. This was the first time I got a chance to pop in here and take a look, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's only maybe 2/3 done, but it's still very beautiful.
We're getting close.
And we are in the computer lab. I want to say ironically.
Yes, ironically
maybe that is the case with a few foibles in the tech this afternoon and this evening. So, but this is, of course, the new club that's going to replace what has been a very crowded, small, little spot that has served so many children here in Port Angeles for so many years. And it's going to be great to get that one demolished and this one fully up and operating. And opening doors in December is still the plan.
December is the plan.
Right. And as we go along, we have a few words we're going to bring to you from Norma Turner about the naming of this new club.
Correct.
Kids, but one of the most exciting things is, as I say, I've been in this community now for 50 years, and in all those decades, the community has valiantly tried to set up a teen center. The kids have wanted it, the community has wanted it, and for a variety of reasons, each time it was tried, it never quite worked. And I am so excited that this teen center, I'm convinced, will work, because they have had a teen center in Sequim, and it's very successful. They have lots of kids there, and we know how to do it. I was sort of like shocked or overwhelmed having our name on this clubhouse. I was honored. It was a huge thank you. I thought everybody worked so hard in this campaign. I wasn't convinced that I alone deserved that. But I was really excited about having my husband's name up there. You know, as the pioneer pediatrician, he has given so much to this community in so many ways around kids. I just became really excited about that. Of course, our family is honored and delighted, and I'm still kind of awestruck by that whole idea. I'm grateful and thankful to the Boys and Girls Club for their generosity of putting our name up there.
All right, we're back.
We're back, we think. Only you know for sure. Norma Turner, along with Jim Howlett, our co-chairs of the Capital Campaign, they and our board and our donors, along with our volunteers, have worked tirelessly to make the dream of a new club a reality. We wouldn't be here tonight without Steve Zenovic, our civil engineer, and our project manager. In fact, tonight when we're done, Steve will be pulling up and locking up the gates and getting the building secure so construction can begin again on Monday. Also, John Tigert is our consulting architect, and they've done a beautiful job on this building. And they've done this all out of the kindness, and they're very philanthropic. This costs us zero to have their services and has been just a blessing to us.
All right, before we begin the live auction, and we should know we've been watching people bidding things up for a while, and
It's
a bit
been
different
so
this
exciting.
year. You know, we've had these live auction items have been open all day,
Right.
so people have had a chance to bid on them, and I'll explain in a moment how we're going to do this. But before we get to that, we want to acknowledge our corporate sponsors because we couldn't do all of this without them. In particular, we'd like to thank our presenting sponsor, and that's Green Crow, our dinner sponsor, Sherwood Assisted Living, and our silver sponsors, Fryer Insurance Agency and Remax Evergreen. And we hope you're enjoying the trays delivered to your doorstep as well. Had to be different. I mean, this year we've had to deliver food. We've had to do all sorts of strange ways of putting on a dinner gala, but I think it's working. Even with our little technical issues. We also be grateful to our watch party sponsors and our board member hosts who are helping get the visual out to everybody. And we know you're enjoying your bountiful handcrafted charcuterie boards as well from the comfort of your homes. All right, with that said, now we get a word from what this is all about, right?
Absolutely.
So a word from our kids.
Thank you, Green Crow.
Thank you, Sound Community Bank. Thank you, Anderson Homes. Thank you, Wilder Auto. Thank you, First Federal. Thank you, Remax Evergreen.
Thank you, Torella Oral Surgery.
Been doing all evening trying to put this on to start our live auction items. Know that the silent auction items will be available to you tonight until 8 p.m. So if you see some of the fantastic jewelry, the gift certificates, the dinners, a snowboard's thrown in there with an experience. If you see anything that you really are wanting to bid on, you still have a time to finish up till 8 p.m. tonight. Also, anything that you win, you can pick up at the Boys and Girls Clubs in Sequim or make arrangements for it to be transported to Port Angeles if that is easier on Monday. So again, for anything that you need to pick up, we will be ready to help you out at the clubhouses.
You still have some time to bid on some great items like jewelry and gift certificates furniture, and even a wheelbarrow full of craft beer. So let's put some auction bucks into the hands of a lucky winner who will be able to spend $1,000 auction dollars on a live or silent item. So kind of a unique way of doing this raffle. We're going to have the board president, Steve Duderman, help us announce with the honors here the winning raffle ticket. Steve's going to come up here and tell us who's going to get $1,000 to spend tonight.
And in our clubhouses, we do club bucks. Kids earn club dollars for completing their homework, being kind, following rules, and then they can spend their dollars in the club honor dollar store and earn their club bucks by doing the right thing. So tonight, we have done that for adults. The auction dollars are to be spent during the auction. These aren't real dollars. You can use them for the live, you can use them for the silent, for an experience. So even though they aren't, the value is zero, it can buy you through the auction $1,000 worth of goods and services. So Janet Gray is busily looking for that lucky winner. And then Steve will be announcing, and then the lucky winner will be able to use those very shortly.
Yeah, and there's some great items that you could plop $1,000 on and walk out of here with that too. So
absolutely,
right? Yeah. So as we're kind of waiting for this whole thing, maybe we'll explain after we get done with this, when we get to the live auction, how this is going to work, because we're going to kind of move things along. It's not going to be like the old days where we're going to have an auctioneer or do anything like that. We're going to actually hit the items one at a time and pretty much give a closing time. We'll probably like go item one, say we're going to close this in 60 seconds. We'll read the description of it, and then we'll quickly move on to item two while item one is closing. We'll read the description. We'll come back, say who wins the first item, and then we'll move along as well. I'll further explain that when we get to it. But I think we do actually now have a winner. Steve, come on over. Let's find out who gets the $1,000 tonight.
Steve Duderman, our board president.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Todd. Good to be here, and it's good that people do listen to KONP radio, because the winner of our of this particular raffle is Carol Johnson. And she heard about this auction event on the radio today.
Did.
So good work on everybody's part.
Carol, you so deserve
Oh
this.
yes, Carol's now I'll have to harass her on what she spends her $1,000 on.
Absolutely, because she was
Carol's
actually called our helpline today for some technical support, and I'd like to give you that number right now. If you need an online tech to help you, a real person will answer the phone, which will be our unit director, Ashley, from our Port Angeles Club. Please call 360-477-2641. And then forget that number, because it's my cell phone.
And 360-477-2641. You
got it.
There you go. We should also point out that you can still register to bid on anything at this point. And I think maybe it's a good point to say, hey, before we get the live auction going here, if you want to jump in on this, how can folks still get, they have to register. So there's an easy way to do that.
Sure. You go onto the Boys and Girls Club website, which is bgc-op.org, and you can hit the gala auction, and it will walk you through how to register. And then you can go ahead and you can text to bid at BGC OP auction 20 7. Do we have it there, Todd?
I've got to find it.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought I had it here. We'll pass that along. Somebody will give us the text.
Oh, it's coming over text.
Oh, there we go. I got it. See, this is
right in front of us.
Right in front of us. Right.
Here
we go.
76278.
There you go.
Yes, that's text to give. So, okay, Todd, here we go.
Okay, let's just get to this again. Okay, the way we're going to do this, as I just pointed out, is we're going to read the descriptions of these and kind of move ahead and then move backwards to get it. Part of what we're dealing with is we have a bit of a delay. So we have to kind of wait for about 45 seconds for things to close up before we will be able to know the winner here live where we're at. And so we ask you to kind of bear with us a bit, but we'll get through this. So we've got about 13 items to do, and we've got some other things in between. And so let's get to them. Let's go to our first item. And our first item is the holiday light decor. So now, as we mentioned, these have been open all day since about 10 this morning. People have been bidding on these already. So what we're going to let folks know, well, first I'm going to read this and then we'll close, we'll give a time for this to close. So you don't have to be a Clark Griswold to have an amazing holiday light display on your house. The staff and the kids of the clubs, with the guidance from the SQUIM's lighting guru, Emily Westcott, will come to your home and hang your Christmas lights and even bring some of our own to create a festive display. And then you'll be the envy of the neighborhood, of course. The B&G elves are confident they can make your space great for all the extra time staying home this holiday season. So as an added bonus, they'll also remove the lights when all this is over. I don't know. I may want to leave them up all year at this rate, right? So
this is a fun item, Todd. We did this years ago, and I think the last house we did was Bill and Esther Littlejohn's. We went out, we deployed and decked the house on the exterior with lights. And then when we got the call from Esther to come take them down, all she had to do was lift her finger and press send on the phone, and we were there. So that is the great thing. No ladders for you, nothing to do except for to let us know how you want your house decked out. And so we are starting that tonight, and let's see where we are with it.
We're at 6:50 right now. So let's close this item in 1 minute, and we'll let people jump on here, see if we can run that bid up a little bit higher in the next minute, and then we'll close it off. We'll come back and we'll see who the winner is.
It is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
No kidding. No kidding. All right. So as I mentioned, what we'll do in the meantime, move to what the next item will be, and then we'll come back and see who the winner is.
Well, we'll do that.
Okay.
Guess what the next item is?
The next item is Jose's dinner for every month.
Yes.
Which is a very popular item.
Super popular item. Jose's is a fantastic place to eat. And Todd, will you read the description?
Yeah, every week Jose prepares fresh salsa, guacamole, ceviche, also tamales. I'm hungry when I just read these because anybody who's been to Jose's, you can just smell it and taste it as you hear about it. Anyway, right out of his kitchen, he's become well established in the area, selling countless amounts of salsa and guacamole at local stores. Jose's salsa started in his own kitchen, made for guests, evolving to large weekly batches made right here at the club for sales at the farmers market and local stores to where he is today. And he's got a great restaurant right now, and it's always hopping in the in his restaurant in downtown Sequim. The expanded restaurant, complete with a fresh salsa bar, merchandise, a wide array of beverages, and of course, ice cold beer. Bid on dinner and drinks for two at Jose's every month for a year. Yes, there really is a Jose. He gets that. People say, no, there's nobody. No.
Not only is there a Jose, there's an Angie, and she is amazing. Right. Angie is Jose's wife, and she is his business partner. And they did start making their salsa in our Sequim club. We'd get there in the morning, and the smell was mouth-watering because Jose and Angie would be in the kitchen doing their mild, gringo mild, I believe, their medium and their hot salsas. And the deal was they had to leave a couple buckets of the salsa for the staff to enjoy. That was the deal.
Oh, that's a good trade.
And then became very, it's top seller everywhere. And they expanded into storefronts and of course the markets, as you mentioned. But this is kind of a cool item too, because usually drinks aren't included when you have a dinner a month, but drinks are included in this one. So Jose's dinner, and the value is $4.80. And do we have a close on auction item 1 yet? And we are almost there.
We're waiting for the word. We're using technology here as well.
Yes.
Okay. Nathan Atkinson wins the item number 1. Now.
Oh, but there's more.
There's more. So how are we going to do this? Because we're not just going to do one of these, right?
Right. We're back to the holiday lights. Congratulations, Nathan and thank you. We are going to sell the lights twice, which means we have an opportunity to sell the Christmas lights twice.
So how should we have folks, are we going to have people jump on that, meet the, I guess we need to discuss how we want to make that work.
That, if you are interested, if the second bidder behind Nathan of the 750 is interested in
Okay, very good. Our elves are texting
The
as we.
elves are texting.
That's right. Okay,
as we speak.
good. Now we
Yes.
figured out how we're going to do that.
Well, sort of, Todd.
Yeah, sort of.
This is a night of figuring it out.
It is. Well, with a few of our out of the gate things going on.
Yeah. So we'll be waiting to get the results of who won Jose's dinner.
And as soon
For
as
two?
we get that, we'll pass along. And then let's talk about number 3 in the live auction.
Yes.
And this one also is a very popular item that has been in for years and years and years from
Absolutely.
Sophie's Florist,
Mhm.
committed to creating, this is flowers a month for a year.
Flowers.
Now,
of the
who
month for
could
a year.
not want that? I don't care who you are.
Yes. And usually Liz Parks really wants this item and goes for it every year. She loves to have the fresh flowers delivered to her office. And Sophie's just does beautiful. They're artisan florists. The bouquets are phenomenal, and they're seasonal, and they can be used to decorate your home, your office, or send them to a loved one.
Okay, so we're going to be closing the Jose's dinner for a month. I think that is closed now, just so you know. We'll come back to that after I tell you a little bit more about the flowers a month for a year from Sophie's, committed to creating beautiful flower arrangements and gifts perfect for any occasion. Sophie's Florist will deliver a fresh flower arrangement to your home or your office each month for an entire year. Flowers represent friendship, sympathy, or love. Bring a smile to your loved one's face with an anniversary bouquet, maybe a Valentine's Day arrangement, or show off your sentiments with symphony or with a sympathy rather, or get wildflowers. I don't know. Maybe you send them to the symphony too.
Or maybe to us after tonight.
That's
Todd.
right. We
Okay.
need sympathy
We could
flowers,
use
perhaps.
some,
Yeah.
yes.
From birthday to Mother's Day flowers, you can trust Sophie's to have just the right bouquet, and a $720 value. And we'll close this item in 60 seconds from now. So with that said, and then we'll hopefully hop back here and see who came up on top of the Jose's dinner for a month.
Let's talk about Jose's for a minute too.
Okay.
We do have a few items that we are able to sell twice tonight. Only 3. This is our second item that we're able to sell twice, and that is Jose's dinner. So if we have a lucky number 2 on that, we will have our busy Boys and Girls Club person texting to see if we have a second winner for Jose's dinner, monthly dinner. Very, very generous of Jose and his wife, Angie, to provide this item for us again this year.
All right. Luann Hinkle is the number 1 winner, and we will see if we can get in touch with the second highest bidder if they want to bump on that and get for the second Jose's dinner for a month. That is very generous, though, for them to give that.
It is.
Certainly.
And Luann, I'm your new best friend. And since it's a dinner for 2, you might consider taking me with you. So.
Okay, to item number 4. And then we will get back and give you the winner here in just a couple minutes. We have just a few more seconds, I think, left open on the flowers a month for a year. Item number 4. This might be fun for someone, because you could drive to this if you wanted to, or you could fly if you wanted to as well. That's a Tahoe snow vacation. A full day's drive or quick flight to Reno is all you need to enjoy a winter playland. High atop the rim of the Tahoe Basin in the eastern slope of the Sierra Nevada is Tahoe Village and your 2-bedroom condo. It sleeps 6 for a week, coming up this February 13th through the 20th. You'll be ideally situated to take advantage of Lake Tahoe's excitement. On property are Heavenly Ski Resort ski lifts, and in your unit, you'll find 2 bedrooms, a full kitchen, and laundry facilities. You can sightsee, shop, dine, gamble, and enjoy a winter break as well. This is a $540 value, and we will close this item in 60 seconds.
Yes, we will. Before we moved to Squim, we lived in Reno, my husband and my 2 boys and I can tell you that this was one of our favorite destinations. It's beautiful all year round. Tahoe is an incredible little gem of a place, and the skiing is amazing. It was the site of, I believe, the 64. Oh, thank you, Kay. I believe it was the site of the 64 Olympics. We have love this trip because we call it kind of COVID friendly. If you don't want to get on an airplane in February, it is not, it's a 12-hour drive straight down and you are there. So it can be used either way you like, either fly or drive.
Mhm. And I think we're almost ready to get there we go. As I speak, Joanne Estes is the winner of flowers a month from Sophie's. Congratulations, Joanne. She's been a longtime supporter of the
Longtime
club.
supporter. And ironically, Joanne is actually one of our items coming up.
I know.
We are selling Joanne. But Joanne, thank you for supporting the clubs. You're a longtime supporter, and you also, because you're my friend, I need to be enjoying those flowers with you.
Well, of course.
Yeah, of course.
There you go. See, you got them in a roundabout way, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
I'll
did.
get the first bouquet.
All right. The Tahoe Snow Vacation is going to be closed here in just a few moments, and we will tell you the winner of that one in just a bit. But the next item that is open and will be closing soon is another very popular item. I don't know how many years the Oak Table has done this. Do you know how many years they have put up this?
Longer than I have worked at the clubs, and I've been at the clubs now for 16 years.
So the Oak Table Cafe monthly meal. And this one, at times when we are live together, can get into a bidding frenzy.
Oh, it sure can. It sure can.
And we miss those days, but we're going to do the best we can, and hopefully we will squeeze as much out of this as we possibly can, because it's a great, not a prize, great item. And it's always kind of a wonderful way to support the Boys and Girls Club. So an inviting table for two awaits you each month at Sequim's finest breakfast and lunch cafe, the Oak Table. They're proud to prepare every meal from scratch with the freshest ingredients they can find, right down to fresh squeezed orange juice, baked goods warm right out of the oven. And you and your guests will enjoy home-style gourmet cooking every month for an entire year. Bon appetit, to say the least.
Ooh, yeah.
This is a $480 value, and thanks again to the entire crew at the Oak Table, because, like I said, they've been doing this longer than I've been doing. I've been at events before I was emceeing where this was one of the big items.
Billy and Mary Negler have been very generous to the clubs over the years, and we lost Billy a few years ago, and Mary has continued to support the clubs and the legacy of her family. And I have to tell you, the bacon at the Oak Table is the reason to go alone. Everything there is delicious. They scratch cook, but the bacon, I am there.
Oh, I
am
hear
there.
you.
Yeah.
I just ordered bacon.
Yeah, might have been known to, and a few other people in this room, Todd, tonight have been known to order bacon.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to know who's going to Tahoe?
I do.
Susie Sanders is going to Tahoe for a snow vacation.
Susie Sanders, congratulations on your snow vacation. Plenty to do in Reno, Tahoe, and you will really enjoy that vacation.
Okay, we're closing the Oak Table Cafe monthly meal for a year in 60 seconds.
Okay.
So now's the time to, bid that up if you're online. I was going to see if it would roll over here and see where we were at. And of course, I just missed it. So when it comes back,
I will check it out for you, Todd.
So while we wait for the winner of that one, we'll move on to what is our number 6 live item tonight.
Actually, Todd, there is good news about the Oak Table.
Okay.
This is our last item that we are able to sell twice. So if you are interested in the Oak Table dinner for two, or meals for two, please continue.
Keep bidding.
To bid. And then we will get a final on that. But again, the Oak Table is just amazing food. Not just the bacon. I have to admit to the 49er pancakes.
Yeah, I was just going there. I was just going to the pancakes. The best ever.
The best ever.
And the waffles aren't bad either.
No, and the portions are very generous. You always have some to take home, and it's lovely to go.
Catch up on a couple of number 2s that we did earlier.
Okay.
The second winner of the Jose's, Rochelle Herman.
Wow.
And
Rochelle.
of course, we always love the Hermans.
We do.
And in fact, they're stashed away
in
another room
away.
here.
Yes. And so I didn't hear the cheering. So congratulations.
Well, they're on a little delay. They may. And number 2 for the holiday lights, Tammy Rose.
Tammy Rose
Tammy
Wilder.
Rose Wilder, right?
Wilder's great supporters of our clubs and have been instrumental in helping with this building as well. So Tammy Rose, we're going to be out and we're going to decorate you in style. So
right
wonderful.
On. Okay, so up next, as we wait and we close out the Oak Table 2 of them. Remember, keep bidding.
Right.
We have another Chef Dave Long is back again with a custom catered dinner for 8. It comes to the club kitchen, has years of restaurant experience, to say the least, and delicious restaurant experience, to say the least. His
Yes.
culinary talents range from planning and meal prep to teaching culinary arts for our Port Angeles club members. Chef Dave will come to your home, prepare an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert for 8, paired with this auction item 2, 4 bottles of premium wine to pour for your guests. So thank you to Dave Long and the Boys and Girls Clubs for putting this item together. It's a $600 value. Impress your friends with a delicious meal for 8.
Dave does fantastic food. He is our child nutrition person at the club. And we got Dave when he closed his restaurant down, which was Oven Spoonful, downtown Port Angeles. He and his wife are working at our clubs. Karen has worked in our computer lab and Dave works in our culinary. And they did close down. Karen's health was such that they needed to do something a little bit different. But I'll tell you the legacy, and we are so lucky to have them. The favorite thing that Dave does is his chocolate chip cookies. A few years ago, those sold for over $1,000 on our dessert dash at the auction. I've begged Dave for years, seriously, for years, to give up his recipe. He never would.
Of course not.
He never would.
A good chef
And
never does.
His cookies are mouth-watering. So really enjoy Dave's cooking. So do the children. And he also teaches our kids the culinary skills. And so that has been very helpful.
How many Boys and Girls Clubs get to have, like, an award-winning chef teach them, how to cook? Isn't that great?
It is beyond great,
Yeah.
because they learn a lot from Dave and his
That's right.
kitchen skills. And this is job ready internship things for our kids, especially since the culinary arts has had a reduced profile in Port Angeles and Squim the last few years. It is something that the kids really enjoy doing, and it is a big thing at the Boys and Girls Club. We feed our kids. We are over 77,000 meals this year so far. Since January that's only counting through the end of October. That doesn't even count where we are in November through our meal programs. But they from teriyaki chicken to very delicious entrees that the kids get to sample and actually help produce. So let's get going.
Great. Okay, we'll close this item in about 60 seconds. I'm not sure yet. Sounds like we may be close to giving you the winners of the Oak Table monthly meals.
Our new best friends.
Yes, our new best friends. I missed the dessert dash. You were talking about the dessert dash. We are not, of course, unable to really do that this year, but that was always a lot of fun. Next year. Or we'll figure out a virtual way of doing it. I'm not sure. But drive it. You have to drive somewhere to get.
We'll see if our luck improves, Todd, before we do that.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like our Oak Table. John David Crow.
John David Crow, winner of the Oak Table.
Huge supporter of the club.
Very big supporter of the
very,
clubs.
very big donor as well. So
he and Linda will really be able to use these because they enjoy good bacon. I know for a fact.
Okay. So our Dave Long custom catered dinner is going to close here in about 60 seconds. So continue to bid on that. I'm going to talk about our next item, which is item number 7, and it's the dessert of the month. You talked about Joanne Estes, who just recently won one of our items earlier, the flowers. Well, she's back with her own item. And I have some news for you about that too. But first, I'll tell you about dessert of the month. Imagine it. Once a month, a delectable dessert will be handcrafted by the passionate baker, Joanne Estes. Each decadent selection serves 8 to 10 people, unless they bring it to my place and then it serves 2 or maybe 1. Anyway, it'll be delivered fresh to you, and they're so good. Yes, you probably won't want to share it, but you probably should if you want friends, right? Yeah. Here's what you need to know. Joanne just popped in and said she's going to do 2 of these. So we'll take keep bidding on this. About 60 seconds here. Let's continue to bid, and we'll award 2 of these desserts of the month from Joanne Estes. What a generous gift.
Super generous. Joanne is an incredible, very philanthropic person, and she really helps take care of our club. She'll do whatever it takes, which is our tagline for our auction this year. Joanne is a great baker. She recently, for a friend of ours' birthday, made chocolate cupcakes. Now, they looked innocent. Little chocolate cupcakes, nothing to really get too excited about. But the second you took a bite of them, that was it. There was a mad scramble. There were 6 of us begging for more, and delicious. She will handcraft, deliver, bake for you, and you can look forward to a goodie. Kind of have a rule at my house, Todd.
What was that? That you get all of the cupcakes?
Cut down on sweets.
Okay.
Unless they're baked, unless we make them at home. So you can borrow my rule with Joanne's delicious baked goods. You can put the sugar aside.
That's right.
Unless it is baked by Joanne Estes, and then you can indulge, because I promise you it is worth it. She's a great dessert baker.
Okay. Remember, there's 2 of them. So we'll take the top 2 bidders on this one.
Yes, we will.
And continue to bid. Now I've got a couple more to tell you about. The second oak table went to Amy Dennis. Amy Dennis.
Okay.
And and Rochelle Herman has decided to get back in on this one and took the Chef Dave Long custom catered dinner. So
she will not be disappointed.
Right. So the dessert of the month will be closing here in just a few seconds, and we'll get the winner of that one in just a moment. Actually, 2 winners of that one here in just a moment when that one closes. So as you're describing her baking, and I'm getting,
I know,
salivating
well,
over here.
We've been here a long time.
Yeah, I
we
know,
we could use a snack. So Joanne, we're ready for our chocolate cupcakes.
We could, yes. Okay, one more item here as we move along, and let's tell you about LASIK or cataract surgery. Who couldn't use that these days, right? Get some better vision, and you won't have to wait for it anymore, nor will you have to pay full value of this thing. LASIK vision correction or cataract procedure is an opportunity for any individual to improve their vision and free themselves from glasses and contact lenses. The doctors at Northwest Eye Surgeons treat the broadest possible range of vision imperfections, from mild to severe nearsightedness. We were just talking about this between the 2 of us. We're kind of tag teaming it here. One of us can see up close, one of us cannot see far away.
So we're perfect.
Yeah. Farsightedness, all types of astigmatism as well. You'll get an evaluation, surgery, and the post-op check by a Seattle surgeon, and then you receive your follow-up care here locally. When you'll be seen by Dr. Matthew Niemeyer at his SWIM office for the follow-up checks after your LASIK or cataract procedure. This is a great item, and always goes for lots, because frankly, people want to see the light.
They do. They want to see the light. What's great about Dr. Matthew Niemeyer, local practice, and he will take care of you after your surgery in Seattle and really tend to your eye care health needs. Very generous.
Just a little bit. They're asking.
There we go.
There you go.
Sorry.
Perfect. Oh no, it's okay.
Matthew's been very supportive of the clubs, he and his family, and it's your opportunity to do something for you.
Yeah.
Take care of your vision. Not everyone is a great candidate for this. Some exclusions apply, so please note that. But either cataract surgery or LASIK eye surgery.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about that, Todd?
I have, actually. I've had to wear contacts since I've been about 12 years old, so I'm in the habit of it. And one of the problems is that I'm finally at a point where my eyes have stabilized enough that I could be a good candidate for something like that. So yes, I have thought about it.
Okay. Well, Todd might have to bid.
I might have to go off camera here in a minute and do some bidding.
There we go.
We'll close this item in 60 seconds. So do jump in there and place your bids. And I can tell you that our one of our dessert of the months is going to David Price. We're going to hear from David a little bit later.
We are going to hear a little something from David and Stephanie Price a little bit later, but thank you, David Price and Stephanie. You have been the recipient of Joanne's delicious baked goods before, so I'm not surprised that you won this one. You knew what you were getting.
Right. I forgot about that. They've been in a vicious bidding war on this. I remember even last year. That's right.
They have. And now we're going to hit pause for a minute about finishing off our last few items for our live auction. This is really why we're here tonight. We are going to introduce you to our 2020 Youth of the Year, Chelsea Clark. Chelsea has represented the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Olympic Peninsula at our state competition for Youth of the Year, and to our complete shock and utter joy, even though the event was virtual, Chelsea won the state competition in April. We were completely stunned, but because it was virtual, we were all in the clubhouse, her clubhouse, which is the Port Angeles Club. The kids were there. They got to see Chelsea win. They got to see the shock and awe on her face. And this is why it was completely surprising. Yeah. The little tiny clubhouse that is nestled at the foot of the Olympics in the Port Angeles Housing Authority has had 2 back-to-back state winners of Youth of the Year. We go up against Seattle and Whatcom and Benton and Franklin counties across the state, and to walk away with the top prize is nothing short of miraculous. But then again, if you met Chelsea, you would realize why she won Youth of the Year. And what you're going to see now is a short video in Chelsea's words talking about her club journey.
The girl you see before you is not who I used to be. I probably wouldn't have been able to even talk in front of you all because I was suffering from extreme anxiety. It isn't surprising though. My life has been full of uncertainty between our living situation and my mom's health. There was an underlying fear every day, but with the help of my club, my family, and my own determination, I'm here to tell you my story. Hi, I am Chelsea, and I am 17 years old. I've been a member of the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Olympic Peninsula for around 5 years now. The club has been my extended family since day one. When I walk through those doors every day, I not only see the other kids and staff, but I also see my mom, my dad, and my brother. Yep, we are a club family. The reality is, it has been a lifesaver having us all at a place that I know will look out for us. My mom has been sick my entire life, constantly in and out of the hospital, sometimes for months at a time. Just last year, she came into work and she wasn't feeling well. It was the staff at the club who pushed her to go to the emergency room to make sure it wasn't anything serious. It turned out she needed another surgery and was hospitalized for a month. Her illness is what led us up to Port Angeles. My dad had to quit his job to care for her, which meant we lost our house and had to move into the low-income apartments down in Aberdeen. That was where I was exposed to a whole new world. When I was in 2nd grade, I had a knife pulled on me by a 3rd grader. And not long after, my neighbor was shot and died in my mom's arms. We moved out, couch surfed, or lived out of a tent for a while, until we ended up in Port Angeles and moved into the apartments right across from my club. This gave my siblings and me a place to go, which was especially important for when my mom was rushed to the hospital and my dad went with her. We were lucky if he even had time to leave a note. We didn't have a phone. All we knew is that we needed to do our homework, do our chores, and eat dinner. I grew up with a lot of anger. Angry that my mom was sick, that I was forced to grow up so early, that my family had to go through this. The one thing I always had was love. My club has given me so many opportunities. I'm a club intern right now and I get to work with kids who are struggling. And smart girls gave me the tools I needed to work through those many emotions I was feeling. I was finally able to talk about how I was being bullied, how I was scared of losing my mom. Those coping skills have come in handy as I have started displaying symptoms of illness due to genetic links. I have peripheral neuropathy in my hands and feet, as well as celiac disease, and am awaiting results to other tests. When I first found out, I was terrified, but now I'm just taking it one day at a time. I find comfort in knowing that my family is safe, that we have our club to come to each day. Life presents each of us our own sets of challenges, and I am here today to remind you to step back, take a deep breath, and remember, we can't control what may happen in the future. Thank you.
You'll get to see Chelsea in just a little bit. She is actually in the room with us tonight. She's going to be doing the Big Bear Lake drawing for us, but the clubs fill a vital role in the communities of Port Angeles and Sequim. Kids like Chelsea get to come daily, get help with their homework, eat a nutritious meal, and spend time with programs that she learns character and leadership, and they also learn how to be outstanding citizens. We have had a struggle since March. When COVID hit, our clubs really did fill a vital role in our communities. The struggle was everything turned upside down overnight. We had to learn to do old things new ways. Even getting a drink of water was a struggle in the club. We had to figure out how to do it safely, how we could keep our children and staff safe. We did not shut down one day since COVID hit. In fact, we were open to serve in the governor's decree, by name Boys and Girls Club, to remain open to take care of the children of our essential community workers. We also were able to take care of a few of our children that needed to be with us, even if their parents weren't essential community workers. Our dedicated staff helps children with homework. The online schooling has been a fun challenge to help them with. In our clubhouse in Port Angeles and Sequim, you'll see something that we haven't seen since the 80s, which are TV trays. TV trays are set up, children have their computers flipped open and ready to go to school in our clubhouses. When school time is over, they get to be club kids, and that's the real beauty of a Boys and Girls Club, a safe place to go, a place to call their second home. Not only do we take our education serious with our children, but there is fun too. Bryson, when summer ended, we decided we were having an ice cream social in the Sequim Club, and so he was going around saying, we're having an ice cream social distancing, ice cream social distancing. He didn't know what an ice cream social was, but he certainly understood what social distancing was. We teach our children to be safe. This is our important time of our evening. We need your help more than ever to keep our doors open of our new clubhouse and of our clubhouse in Sequim so that our children can avail themselves of these opportunities. Where our children go from our clubhouse doors is just as important as when they walk through them. We have several of our children that have gone on and are doing tremendous things in our communities. We have 35 staff at the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Olympic Peninsula. 10 of them are former club kids of the clubhouses in Port Angeles and Sequim. And so, Todd, next we have a slide that we're going to show you, and we are going to ask you to open your hearts and open your purse strings or wallets and dig deep for our Bids for Kids.
So we'll look at this slide, and then Mary and I are going to have a wardrobe change because we have to be ready for it. It is time. Okay. So watch the slide. We'll change our clothes a little bit.
All right.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. We are. We're ready to go.
Okay. I think we're okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we're going to soldier on into the most important part of the night.
I think so.
We have our official hoodies on whatever it takes, the official wardrobe.
Yes.
Of the evening.
Yes, this is our tagline for our Boys and Girls Clubs of America. This is exactly what we do. If you remember nothing else from this evening, this is what the Boys and Girls Clubs do. We do whatever it takes to get our children.
And we're going to add a little really onto the end of it.
Yes.
After
and
how we got this on tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the most important part of the evening, our Bids for Kids. And Mary, I understand that we actually have a couple of bids to start us out.
We do. Usually in years past, Bryce and Gail Fish will raise the paddle for $20,000. We lost Bryce and Gail Fish since our last auction, but they have made provision for us to do Bids for Kids for the next few years. What most of you don't know is that the person who usually puts the paddle up first at the auction is Andrea. Bryce would say to me, Mary, if Andrea raises the paddle for 20, Gail and I will. So Andrea called Bryce and Gail her bidding buddies. So tonight, unfortunately, her bidding buddies have taken another journey and are no longer with us. But Kim Fish Rosales and Stephen Rosales, Bryce and Gail's daughter and son-in-law, have agreed to add $5,000 onto Bryce and Gail's gift for $25,000. And Andrea has generously agreed to match with $25,000 to match Bryce and Gail and Kim
and the
and
crowd
Stephen.
goes wild.
We are starting our Bids for Kids
$50,000
with the very emotional $50,000 from four,
Right.
5 very generous donors. So tonight, Todd, we kick off with $50,000 for our Bids for Kids.
That is so generous. And thank you to Andrea and Kim and Stephen. And of course, the legacy of Bryce and Gail Fish. What can you say, huh? Except give if you can, because what a way to start.
Every dollar is vitally important. Children come to the Boys and Girls Clubs $30 a year. During COVID, it's been 98 cents an hour for all day care from 7:30 in the morning till 6 p.m. at night. This staff has been getting it done daily since the 14th of March, overnight.
Let's talk about how we're going to do this. We should probably remind people how to get in on texting so they can bid at this point too.
Absolutely. To give you a quick reminder, you can text BGCOP auction 20 to the number 76278. Once again, text BGCOP auction 20 to 76278.
Normally, we would do this thing where you hold your paddles up and we can't do that.
Nope.
Because there's only 3 people in the room for one thing.
We'll let them hold paddles.
We'll if you want to stand at home and hold a ping pong paddle up or a number, feel free. But we are going to name off a few folks that we see that have kind of donated even through the day today that are coming up on the screen. And if you're watching on the virtual auction site, you'll see some of those generous folks in there. They're giving as well.
John David Crow and Linda, $20,000. Oh my goodness.
Woohoo!
Thank you. Thank you for loving our kids and our community. That is extremely generous gift. Thank you, John David and Linda.
We were just taking a look here about, and some of this is other donation, but about just shy of $54,000 right now, just in donations that have come in. This is outside of the auction items. This is outside of any of those things. So this is tremendous. And that doesn't include what we just talked about, the kickoff part of this.
And I just saw Esther Littlejohn come across for $2,500. Thank you, Esther.
Terrific.
Thank you for continuing to support and love our kids.
All right. Norma Turner, thank you. Just came across $10,000.
$10,000. Wow. Norma Turner, who was in this building last night on her hands and knees, scrubbing the floor. I'm not kidding.
You gotta love it. So this will continue to be, we really don't have a closing time on this. People can continue to just give as they will.
They can continue to give, but we will be going back to our live auction items in a little. Oh, Joanne Estes in not only for her desserts, but $5,000. Kay Herman. Love Kay Herman. $5,000. Kay, I'm buying coffee. And Anonymous, whoever you are, we love you. $1,500.
And just like that, just shy of $64,000. We went up 10 grand in just a minute or so there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is all for our kids.
David Salmon, $380. Thank you.
Salmon's longtime club givers.
Yeah.
And Jim McIntyre. Lovely. Thank you, Jim, for supporting.
So we
and Rochelle Herman. The Hermans are in big for us. $2,500. Thank you, Rochelle.
Wow. She's got 2 or 3 items on the auction already, and now this too. So thank you. So continue to give. This really is important. And as Mary pointed out, this really is going to keep the club running because there's a need. And I think as we get through these next few months, there's going to be
Amy Dennis is there to fill the need.
$5,000.
$5,000.
Wow. Wow. So
thank you, Amy. And we are up to 73,986. Yeah. Oh, and board member Kirsty Torella, $5,000. Stephen and Kirsty Torella. Stephen's oral surgeon in Port Angeles, and Kirsty is a dentist herself, and also made amazing charcuterie boards. I get a point for saying that correctly.
Yes, you did.
For all of our watch party sponsors. So thank you, Torellas, for so generously taking care of our clubs.
Give that text number again, because people may be watching this and not seeing the link.
Absolutely. Text to bid at BGCOP auction 20. The number is 76278.
And we should point out, if you are having a tech issue, you want to bid, maybe you're not able to, you can also call our tech number at 360-477-2641, and a live person will pick that up and help walk you through that. I don't know, heck, if you wanted to make a bid, a donation that way, we'd take it too, we probably.
And Mike and Diane Flynn, $2,500. Mike and Diane are longtime supporters of the club. And usually you'll find Mike on a ladder after the auction taking down decorations. We don't need you to take down decorations, Mike, but if you want to come on up and help us finish construction, we'll take you. Jake Patterson in for $500. Thank you, Jake.
We're now at just a bit over $86,000.
Okay, that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You gotta, I had a hunch we'd probably do okay with that this year.
I will tell you what I was really hoping and praying for is $100,000 tonight in bids for kids, because of the need that we have and the stretch that we've been going through. This will really, if we can get to 100,000, it will be a huge success for us. And we're well on our way.
$14,000 away from that right now. So
well on our way.
Pretty, just continue to give if you can. And as you pointed out, I mean, we've been naming off some of these larger donations, but really $10, $20, $1. I mean, it all goes to,
it does
to pay the bills and keep the clubs functioning as they need to. And it's going to be a haul, I think, for a while here.
And our board president, Steve Duderman, told me he's in for 10,000. So Steve Duderman, thank you for your $10,000 gift. And Aaron Green, thank you for $1,000. Art and Aaron Green club supporters, Anytime Fitness owners, and thank you for your $1,000 contribution. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You had a couple others on there too, I think. Did we touch on your
Jason Peterson?
Yes, there you go.
Jason Peterson. When you pull up outside our new beautiful Port Angeles clubhouse, you'll see the dark brick that goes up the facade of the building. And Jason Peterson's company, Three Little Pigs, he has just generously donated $2,000 to us.
It's all adding up.
It is adding up.
And we'll hopefully get some sort of a total maybe at some point here.
Can't
with
wait.
Some of this, so.
Can't wait.
All right. Continue to give if you can. And just a huge thank you so much. Oh, Carol Johnson, $10,000. We're just getting a note handed to us. That didn't pop. That's an addition to what we just said about
Carol.
Carol. Thank you so much. Carol's already won an auction item.
She has, and extremely generous.
Yeah.
George and Barb Brown are in for 1,000. Just Team McAleer 500. We are just so pleased to see this roll in for our kids.
Absolutely.
This is direct dollars for operating for kids. This pays for food. This pays for school supplies. The Walkers, again, Phil and Linda Walker, in for 1,000. Thank you, Phil and Linda. Very, very long time. And Phil's a former board member for us too. Tonight has, just like COVID, been a challenge for us and a stretch, and we are learning as we're going.
Take a look at this number that just popped up.
Okay, we are
I didn't mean to interrupt, but you needed to see it.
$102,016 for bids for kids. We are definitely there.
We have another note being handed to us. Oh, add $60,000 to all of the totals. So you're at $162,000.
Okay, Janet, is this a record for bids for kids? $160,000, I believe, is close.
It's pretty close
to a record.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty close.
And Helen.
Well done. You're going on air every year.
Yeah, not happening. Ed Ebling, thank you for 500. The Foxes are in for 400.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Generosity is truly overwhelming.
Maybe we should come on and do a little technical foible to get on every year.
I don't
It
know
seems to
because
work.
I was told that maybe we will get sympathy votes. So I'm hoping that is we're cashing in on some sympathy votes.
Oh,
So,
we'll take them. We'll take them just the
Yes.
same. So continue to give.
This
That
is-
number is a great number.
It
and
is.
if we can drive it up even higher.
all
better.
for the kids. We did have this past year. We mentioned that we lost Bryce and Gail Fish. Also, we lost Ted Miller, Peter Erickson, Elizabeth Kelly, Bill Littlejohn. These are longtime donors and supporters of our kids. So this means even more this year with missing some beautiful, bright people in our room. Sherry Schubert, Walt and Sherry Schubert are now gone, but I have to tell you that they are $600,000 givers of this club.
Wow.
And our dear Mr. Kendall, at age 99, who named the Swim Club after his father, he passed. And a few weeks ago, I lost my brother, who, my younger brother, who is actually helping us do production for this. So
it's
the
it's
people
been a
that we
year.
are missing out of this room, you are filling it up with your love and support. So thank you. And know that we couldn't do this without you.
Yeah. Love that number. 102,000 plus 60. Yeah,
Pretty
we're
amazing.
162,000.
Pretty amazing. So the crowd goes wild.
Yes, as you can tell. Yeah, you can kind of hear
And
them there.
resource development. Janet Gray is a department of one. She's back there really cheering. And so we are, I think, ready, Todd.
shall
we
we
will come
continue
back
on?
with a final
Yeah.
tabulation. But thank you so much, all of you who have given from your heart to help us take care of our kids. And now we are going to go and wrap up our last live auction items.
All right. So let's do that. And again, thanks for all those who are involved in the Bids for Kids.
Yeah, because now we get to see a real kid on screen.
That's right. So let's find out who the lucky winner is. This is the second raffle item tonight of the Big Bear Lake trip. And we're going to have Chelsea. She's got the winner, I think.
Yes.
She has a card with her. So come on up.
And Chelsea is so much better with a microphone in her hand
That's right.
than any of us, except for maybe our pro Todd. So come on up, Chelsea.
Come right over here. All right. Let's get our winner.
Just say it right now. Caleb Anderson's group has won the 1 week stay at Big Bear Lake.
Right on.
So some lucky winner from Caleb Anderson's group is going to win the prize of the auction.
Oh, it is actually Caleb Anderson is the winner. Okay.
And because Caleb sponsored a watch party, sometimes they give their tickets to someone else, but Caleb, I hope you kept it for yourself.
Yeah,
because
right. Because you just won it.
You just won it.
So explain for folks how the raffle worked this, we've done a couple of these things. Most people who've been at the gala, you buy your tickets. We have the club kids wandering around selling them.
Right.
But this year, obviously,
Right.
not.
Obviously not this year. No, it is actually software that we enter the names of anyone who purchased one of our raffle tickets, and that is computer generated the winner. And then we retrieve that winner and are able to announce it. So it is that part at least worked pretty well for us.
Well, we got that part down.
We got
We're
that
doing
part.
all right. We're after we got launched, we're doing fine.
And Chelsea, thank you. Thanks for being here with
Was
us tonight
great.
to do that.
Okay, so as we mentioned, we're socially distanced. We have nobody in the building except a few of us, except the beauty of this beautiful new club is there are lots of rooms and we can segregate folks around. And we actually got to have a head table and a tail table here in the building, right?
And
a VIP table.
our
basically, a sponsor
premier
one.
sponsor table, because those the head table and the tail table were sold last year. And so we were able to, Coca-Pelli's came in and they have catered it, and we were able to do that and to put our head table and tail table up for sale again for 2021.
And this is always a big deal. Now, what I miss most is this is the time where we usually harass the people at those tables.
Absolutely.
Because they have fun. The joy of being the head table is you get to go first, and you usually get the better silverware, and you get extra wine, and you get all sorts of other little goodies that come with it.
Your own waiter.
And your own waiter, and you get it all gussied up and things. I'm assuming I did not get to see. We did that for them here as best we could.
Listen, they have Sandy cans and no water.
There you go.
And yes,
they have their own Santa can.
yeah,
Maybe
they
we could
have a
been-
unique experience and the first ones in the club.
All right. So that said, we're at the point in the auction where we are going to auction off right now next year's head table.
Yes.
And next year we'll be back live, and we'll do it up big again.
So big. So big.
All right.
Yes.
So the table sits front and center. We'll be there for our 2021 auction and dinner. This includes admission for 10. You get the prime position for next year's gala event. And I can tell you, people like Nate Atkinson have been there to harass me many years because you sit right in front of the MC. And that's good or bad.
Well, that depends. That depends.
You and your guests sure to love some special attention. Extra special tableware, decor, and as I mentioned, some wine that others don't get. And you also appreciate having your own dedicated parking, your own server, and specialty wines too that go with it.
A lot of perks with that
Yep,
table.
exactly. So we're going to keep this open for about 60 seconds now for those who want to bid on the head table for next year.
Absolutely.
Get in on it. This one, I missed this one because, like I said, this usually gets a little.
Oh, they're beautifully done,
yeah.
and the flower arrangements that come with them are one of a kind and crafted to fit in with the theme of the table, and the premier spot right dead center, right in, like you say, right in front of the stage. But the best part is you get a first class experience at that table.
You know, you can say that the folks who bought the, not last year, they had no clue COVID was going to hit and we were going to be doing it this way.
Mhm.
But they actually got an interesting experience too, because they get to be the first in this club to do an event.
It's actually pretty unique. And we
Yeah.
did offer, something else for them instead of coming and camping out with us at the clubhouse. But it is a seminal experience to be able to come in and see our 2-story club, and they just finished the gym floor, and that is something that is so special about this clubhouse. Our kids right now in Port Angeles, they're outside. There's no gym, and they practice their band instruments outside. They have assemblies. I just hate it when I look out the window and I see it's raining or snowing, because I know our kids are outside in what we call our program area. So when they are able to actually roll through the doors of this beautiful
Oh, it's
building
gonna
and
be
access
great.
that gymnasium.
Is there an
they're not
age
gonna
limit?
know.
I'd like to get in on the club, but maybe I could come
Well,
because this is
we'll
a
see.
wonderful place.
You might know someone who could get you in, Tom.
We want to remind folks that we still have open until 8 o'clock. So for about one more hour, you can bid on all the silent auction items. We're negligent in saying that earlier. So if you're on there and you're looking at all the silent auction items, please bid those up.
Oh, yes.
There's some great
some
items
really
there.
cool things in there.
And Carol Johnson got the second dessert a month.
Carol,
Going
I am
back
so
with
glad
Joanne
we gave
Estes.
you technical help earlier.
Wow.
Lorene was on the phone with you, and I'm so glad because you got the dessert. So well done.
Very good. Okay. So we're waiting for the winner on the head table. If that wasn't good enough for you, how about the tail table? Let's give this one a try.
Okay.
We're going to auction off the tail table. And this one might almost be more fun than the head table, depending on your
Yes.
group.
Oh, yes.
If you want to
absolutely.
stand out in the crowd next year, secure your seat at the tail table for the 2021 auction and dinner. Work with our resource development director and the designer,
Mhm.
Janet Gray, to customize the table of your dreams. You can choose from themes like Hollywood night, blue jeans and denim, a night in Paris, or even something special to a guest that you might invite. Perhaps roast them a little bit right
Your
there at the table.
imagination is your
Runs
limit on
wild.
that table.
You also get your own dedicated server, also get specialty wines, and you get admission for 10 and just get to make it all your own. And some have been quite creative.
I have to tell you, Todd, the tail table is my favorite. One year, I believe we had set up a bedroom, There was the table was a giant bed. There was a canopy over the top, and everybody came in their PJs. That was a fun year.
I remember that.
That was
a
a
good
blast.
one.
And they were wild. We had a good time.
It was, and they bid and they bought and they
And
did
they
all sorts,
did.
and they had a good time.
And blue jeans.
And blue
there
jeans,
was
yeah.
a blue one year
Yeah.
it was blue jeans, and this was way back. They showed up in their flannel shirts and blue jeans, and it was a denim table.
Yeah. So you could do that as well, or anything else really for that matter.
Absolutely.
If you get the tail table, we have the winner of the head table. And I knew this would be who would win it. Nathan Atkinson.
Nathan Atkinson, congratulations. Okay, you just wait till crystal
How many years has he had
chandelier.
that now? He's had the head table now, or at least been seen it sitting at the head table. Probably 4 out of the last
I'm
5
surprised
years.
Kay Herman let him get away with that, quite
Yeah.
frankly.
Yeah.
Very surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And Janet Gray will make sure that next year your table
The
is
head
going to
table,
be
yeah.
one to remember.
All right, we'll close the tail table in 60 seconds from right now for those who want to bid on that and have some fun as well. I have a feeling next year all of these types of events are going to be quite the hootenannies, as they say.
Well, it's just it's going to be
after this
really
year,
nice to see people
yeah.
in 3 dimensions again, and without
Exactly.
wearing
Masks
protective
and
gear.
yeah.
And but I don't know what the future is going to bring, but I can tell you that the
Exactly.
Boys and Girls Club stands ready to serve the kids of
And-
our community,
And
no
you've
matter
done
what.
well. You have done so well, and I think folks should be pretty proud of the effort. You're doing it in a construction zone, literally here in Port Angeles right now, as you mentioned. So
We always say if we do it right, if you run Boys and Girls Clubs right, you could run program under a tree.
Yep.
They've been around since the 1800s and have served youth for decades in Port Angeles and Sequim. A few of where they are now are Cole and Cody, are former Youths of the Year, and they are in the U.S. Army. And both of them are getting ready to have a new duty assignment in Germany. And Cody is actually, he and his wife are expecting a baby. It is really something to see these kids grow up, go forth and conquer. And how many of them serve our country is truly heartwarming. We also have Christian Goodrich, who is in the U.S. Coast Guard, doing great work for us there. And we have Con Mills, who was the gentlest, sweetest young man who turned into a Marine and is in the U.S. Marine Corps. So many, many of our children go on to serve, and we are so proud of them.
the best part about that is that they are also advocates for the Boys and Girls Clubs. Once you get them and they've gone through it and they've been shaped into this, they're walking billboards. I mean, people see that's a Boys and Girls
They're
Club
our
kid.
strongest supporters.
Right.
Betsy Matthews just scrolled through with 2,500,
thank you,
and
Betsy.
Jay Sakas, board member of ours, Whit and Jay, 500. Thank you. These are continuing to come in, and our total without adding on the 60 is 167,546 for our bids for kids.
We're just shy of 170 grand there, and that's not with some of the other things that, as you mentioned, added on.
I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a record for our bids for kids. So,
okay,
wonderful.
we'll move on to a couple more items we have
Okay.
on our auction.
Do we have an answer yet on our tail table?
I think I just heard that it's coming. It's coming. So we'll wait for them to give us. Oh, stand by. My text is almost here.
All right, I am ready.
Kay Herman. Of course, Kay Herman gets the
Kay?
tail table.
Okay, well done. I am not surprised, and I can't wait to see what
They'll have a theme.
Oh, Kay will have a very strong idea of what she wants to see.
That's great. Well, you knew that if she didn't get the head table, she was gonna get the tail table.
She was, yes.
Thanks to Kay and Bill, and I don't know how many of these they've been at, and they've always been so generous.
They are huge givers in our communities, and they really do it right. So thank you.
And pretty doggone nice people.
And you know what just came across? Our very own John Gray might be Janet Gray's husband, who Janet is our resource development person and is responsible for the auction this evening. John and Janet, thank you for the $1,000.
Oh, that's great.
You give deeply and often, and thank you.
Yeah.
And Angela's Furniture. It was an auction item for us tonight.
That's
and of
right.
course, John and Janet are co-owners of Angela's
Right,
Furniture.
right.
Always
and-
great to support.
Okay. shall we get to the Italian dinner for 6?
Oh, so excited about
that's
this.
Our next item. Gather for a homemade gourmet Italian dinner prepared by the club's board president, Steve Duderman, who we had up here earlier with the raffle. It's held in their Port Angeles home. And from time abroad, exploring the area cuisine, Steve researched recipes and taught himself to cook. This dinner for 6 will consist of 4 Italian courses. The first, an antipasti, a variety of Italian cheeses and meats. The piatti primo and secondo courses feature delectable meats and pastas, both accompanied by, of course, a perfectly paired Italian wine, because that's the important part.
Of course.
Indulge in a rich dessert and savor the company as well. Thank you so much. Steve Duderman does so much for the clubs too, as well, not only in his board roles and as the president, but he's been a supporter at these auctions for as long as I've known him.
And of all children in the community.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right, so this will close in about 60 seconds, and we'll see who takes that one.
And again, Steve will do his place or yours. He will. He is a really gifted cook, and he tells me his premium wines alone are worth about $200. So he does not stint. Your dining experience will be either delivered to your door, or absolutely go to his house and enjoy a dining experience with Steve. Steve also, he is Toys for Tots. He runs Toys for Tots. He's also a guardian ad litem, and he is works with our children in the legal system, guiding and steering them through. Steve touches my heart especially because he took 2 children in, an 8 and a 9-year-old, to foster them. And Steve lost his wife, Katie, a year and a half ago. And as a bachelor, had these kids for months. He says yes. Whenever there's a need, Steve steps up. So dinner at his house or at yours.
Gotta love it. All right. This will be closing in just a few seconds, and we'll let you know who gets that. We are on to number 12. When it's yucky outside like it's been the last couple of days, a trip to Maui might look good to somebody.
It definitely would look good right about now. Yeah, Todd, maybe like 2.5 hours ago, it would have looked good.
Yeah, I'm just thinking you and I could have used that.
I know, we could have been gone.
All right. Well, this is a chance for you to escape the Olympic Peninsula winter with a $1,000 airfare credit, and then head to the warmth of Hawaii in March of 2021, March 18th through the 25th. Avoid the rainy spring. Absolutely. And enjoy the tropical climate. It's a warm rain, though. No, it's not here. It's a warm rain there. It's a cold rain here. Where you will be on the sun-drenched beaches there of Maui, on Maui's western shore, just minutes from downtown Lahaina. Relax in the pool, enjoy the lush landscape, the calming waterfalls, or sip your morning coffee at the on-site open-air cafe. With an on-site restaurant and a convenience store, you'll have everything you need to make the most of your Maui vacation. Enjoy either ocean or mountain views from your private balcony. It's a 1-bedroom condo that sleeps 4, and this is a $3,000 value. But
I believe, Todd, airfare comes with that.
And airfare
this
comes
is an
with this.
all-in-one.
That's right.
You just have to pack your bags, grab your sunblock, and go. So Maui. My husband and I had our honeymoon.
You did?
In Maui.
Oh, yeah. Maui's nice any time of year.
Maui is truly beautiful, and to escape our winter is also a lot of fun.
Now, we're going to close this item in about 60 seconds, but wait, there's more.
There is more.
If you didn't, well, if maybe you felt like you got gypped out and somebody had outbid you for the Maui vacation, there's a second chance.
But this one's a little different. This is not really, it's Maui number 2. Same island,
place. Same
island.
Yep.
No airfare on this one. And for those of you that are thinking, I want to wait till 2022 before I start booking vacations, this one is for you. This is a condo available in 2022 in Maui, and this is a great trip. Will you fill us in?
Yep. Jean and Norma Turner donated this.
We know their spot.
And Leilani Kai Resort, 1 week. It's a year and a half from now. It's a Friday to Friday stay, and you choose between March 18th and April 15th of 2022. So you have a window there.
You do.
And again, you have a whole year and a half to do this. The 1-bedroom condo has a room with 2 twin beds you can push together for a king, and a queen sleep sofa, 1.5 baths, a full kitchen, an oceanside lanai, and all you need for a relaxing vacation there in Maui. And this, like you said, some people may be like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to hop on a plane yet,
right?
But I might in 2022.
Right.
Here's your chance. Thank you to the Turners. They're just tremendous givers in our community anyway.
Absolutely.
And big supporters of the Boys and Girls Club. So this one will close in about 60 seconds. So we've got 2 Mauis on the board, and I think we'll probably, okay, I've got the Italian dinner winner.
Okay.
And then we'll have the first Maui vacation winner in a moment.
Perfect.
Betsy Matthews is getting the Italian dinner.
Betsy, we know Betsy. Betsy has been with the Boys and Girls Clubs since about 1992. She has been a longtime supporter of the clubs. And one of her dreams is that this clubhouse would come to fruition. And she is supplying the landscaping here. Of course, Betsy owns Airport Garden Nursery. And I'm really glad because I'm really glad she gets this dinner.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
husband-
another one I missed not being at one of our galas because I always get a chance to
and
see
she
Betsy,
dresses
though.
up so beautifully
She
to
does.
see usually she's in her landscaping gear, and then to come in and love seeing Betsy. She said she might dress up from home, so I bet she's laughing at me right now.
I know
So
she is.
Steve Duderman, you will be taking care of Betsy and Mark.
Very good. Okay. So we'll wait. I think we have the Maui vacation ones coming in here in just a moment. We'll
Okay.
pass those along
And
to you.
meanwhile, I saw Linda Walker in for $1,000. So
There you
bids
go.
for kids. Love Linda Walker.
Yeah,
She's an amazing woman.
Yeah, we're. I was just looking over your screen. So we're up over $107,000 there, plus 60 on that,
Yeah.
plus the 50,000+ on top of that.
I am certain that this is a
It's,
record.
amazing.
And Lorene, I need you to go get Janet for me. We just got notified of another auction item that I don't know if we can add or not, but we'll check it out.
Well, if we can, we will do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So assuming we can't, this will be our last live auction item coming up, but this is a pretty special one.
Yeah.
We talked about David and Stephanie Price. Well, they have put on item 13, a priceless experience, it's being called.
Yes.
Join your hosts, David and Stephanie, for a scenic boat cruise from John Wayne Marina to Port Townsend. Once aboard the Price's 405 Conquest, you will relax and enjoy light hors d'oeuvres while you will be partying, I guess, with your party of 4. Motors to a fine dining experience at Finisterre Restaurant. Chef Deborah Taylor will wow you with her mouth-watering cuisine there. And she has more than 10 years experience in high-end restaurants from New York to Seattle. So you get a little cruise.
Get a
and
little cruise.
Fine dining.
Yes. And with David and Stephanie, and they are just truly wonderful people. The real treat is this boat is still in production.
That's right. Tell us about what you know about it.
It is the pictures of it. You will see a beautiful boat. I don't know if you can call something that looks like that a boat. There's got to be a better nautical term for that. But you will be on their boat that they will be taking possession of
soon. Yes.
in a few months, and a lovely cruise.
So
to
this will
Port
be
Townsend.
a chance that you're going to get to be kind of some of the first people to be entertained on this.
Absolutely. Light appetizers, great company, beautiful cruise. And then let's talk about the chef at that restaurant. She is renowned from New York to Seattle, and opened her restaurant in Port Townsend,
right? Yeah.
Sourcing fresh, local. Every night the menu changes, and so I think you're going to really enjoy your dining experience there. Some restrictions do apply. Please check those. There's some availability, and also they request a 2-week notice.
And this is seasonal. They want to do this in the summer,
Absolutely.
which who wouldn't want to do this in the summer, right?
Absolutely.
So it's June 15th to September 15th, and the limit is 4 guests. And they do have a maximum meal allowance as well, but you can work all that out if you are the top bidder on this one. So
Sure, absolutely.
okay, so this will close in 60 seconds for a priceless experience. I can tell you, Maui #1.
Oh, do tell.
Rochelle Herman.
Rochelle,
Was
you
that
are going to
4
be a
or
very busy woman.
Maybe 4 items now. I'm not sure. Plus a great donation and the bids
Yeah,
for kids.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Thank you. Oh, you are
So
going
much.
to enjoy that.
All right. Janet's here.
Janet, yes. I've been notified that we do have someone. I don't know with our software if we can add this on or not, but what happens in February that is involving sports teams, Todd?
Oh, that'd be the Super Bowl.
That would be the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So I don't know if we can do this, but if we can, we have Catherine Kitts, who is donated a party for 10 for the Super Bowl. Not sure we can throw it in or not, Janet. And if not, then maybe perhaps we can do something down the road.
Janet's looking at us. I don't know if she's. Oh, she said go for it. Sell
Okay.
it. Okay.
We are selling a Super Bowl party. Here's the
Okay,
deal.
so describe what's
Catherine
gonna happen.
Kitts, her
Phenomenal chef.
restaurant that she had, Sweet Beginnings, phenomenal chef, really phenomenal chef. She has agreed to do and would love to do a Super Bowl party for 10. All that remains to be seen is who's going to be playing, and she will theme Super Bowl, throw the party. Everything's included: appetizers, entrees, snacks, the works.
Right, right on. So
and we have an open bid.
$135 is the open bid on that. Okay, because many people may not have gotten to see it. Right. Okay. So that's where we're going to start. And this year could be a Seahawk year.
It could be.
I mean, they're playing very
and
well.
if you want to bid on this, and I know John Gray does, is 370. It's bid number 370 to throw this in at the last minute. And this happens. Does this happen live?
Yes, it does, because somebody will say, I got a thing, and we just throw it in there.
Yes.
And it's a little easier when we're live because we just wing it. But when we have everybody having to bid via the computer, it's a little more difficult. But we'll see how we do.
We will see how we do. And literally, I think it was last year, we had someone pop up and had Super Bowl, or not Super Bowl, but Seahawk tickets.
That's right. Yep.
And so Todd's used to doing these things on the fly, but this is a whole different format for us. So.
I'm also used to looking at people in the eye and say, you want to do that?
Yeah. Yes, that is true.
Okay. So it looks like, okay. So did we get the Maui #2 yet? Okay. No Maui #2, but we do have the winner of the Priceless.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
John David Crow.
John David Crow, who has just walked by the window out here waving at us,
Yes.
and I forgot I was
online
live streaming and waved at him. So okay, but he deserves it. Yes, very very wonderful news there.
Okay, so we don't have a winner on the #2 Maui. That's the only thing we're really waiting on at this point. And then do we close the bidding on this? Give it maybe another 30 seconds or so on the. How about till 8 p.m. Okay, got it.
8 p.m. till the silent auction. Janet Gray.
Then we'll let people do that. So, well, Janet, will that show up if somebody goes onto the list of silent auction items? Will they see it there? Okay. Okay, good enough. So if people are hearing us talking about this, if you go over to the silent auction items, you can bid on that. You got another 40 minutes or so. So it's kind of a pseudo live / silent thing.
And we are so fortunate to have you with us tonight. And thank you for putting up with not only our construction, but our deconstruction on our auction. We are so very pleased to thank Matt at Cascadia Films for making us look great. Chris from Pilgrim Media, Janet Gray, Neely Construction for our venue, Carrie Heaton helping us with our silent auction. We mostly want to thank you for helping us do whatever it takes to take care of our kids in Port Angeles and Sequim. So
it's been fun.
And Todd,
we'll do it. We'll do it live and do it up big next time. I promise.
You betcha.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for your generosity.
Deeply appreciated.